Okay, today is February 11th, and I'm just going to do a quick update on my worms. I have gotten both of the old worm bins transferred into the new one. I actually probably did it 2 weeks ago. They've had plenty of time to adjust. Most of them are staying in the bin and aren't crawling on the sides. Some changes that I'm going to be doing is I'm now going to be using some coconut core as the primary bedding. I'm still going to be adding, cardboard and some shredded paper as well, but I'm going to try adding some core just to see how that works out. Some scraps. Here's some food scraps that what I usually do is we let it build up and then I freeze it. And then I let it thaw just to kind of help break down the cell walls and make it easier to decompose and make it easier for the worms to eat. Okay, next stop. Here is what was on the top of, or on the very bottom of one of the worm bins before I dumped it out. I'm just kind of, instead of breaking it up and mixing it back in, I'm letting it kind of dry out and hoping they'll migrate downwards so that way I can actually get some of those castings to actually use. And when I'm actually adding the food scraps, I pull away from a spot that doesn't seem to have any food from last time, and then I dump in all that food and then rebury it. I've had problems with fruit flies for a while, and there are definitely some in here, but they're at least staying in the bin instead of flying all around the bathroom, which I can hardly wait till it's summertime and these guys can go back outside. It's just been too cold for them lately. Another thing that I've heard is you can actually make a trap with like apple vinegar, and instead of putting it near it, actually, put it in the worm bin. So you just take apple vinegar and like a cellophane over the top of it and poke a couple holes so they can easily find their way in, and then they drown in the vinegar. Anyway, let me pause it. Okay, just have a hole dug right there. Dump it in. Add some roots and stuff from the arrow garden. And cover it back up. You can look, there's a ton of them. I am going to start phasing out this paper. I don't like it. And then the other funny thing that it's kind of hard to tell, but I try to pull all the plastic out of the paper before I shred it, but some of it stays in and does not obviously get eaten, and it's just kind of collected up. It was not very much, but over the last year, kind of just gets in there and sinks to the bottom. Anyway, I will hopefully have a fly trap set up in here next time I do an update.